In a solar system much like our own, there lives a species of little green men. Having reached the pinnacle of civilization, they've developed advanced technology that has allowed them to brush the stars and place Kerbals on other planets. Unfortunately, the lack of any health and safety regulations has led to the loss of many brave Kerbals, and now, finally, the entire industry is on the verge of collapse. Out of money and of the public eye, the government has provided them with one last chance, the funds necessary for an entire new space program. However, this comes with a catch. Not a single Kerbal can be lost. Hey guys, Harv here, and welcome back to the Permadeath Space Program. Yes, you heard the intro just then. Not a single Kerbal can be lost. Where are we? The Permadeath Space Program. In the first episode, we put this satellite into orbit. Just a communications relay so that we can actually contact our friends. This is going to be an entirely unedited series, so that you don't assume that I'm editing out all the deaths. When I told my brother about this series, actually, he was like, "You're just not going to upload the ones that you die in." And I thought, how am I going to prove this? So, similar to Nerdcubed, no editing is going on. And between episodes, you'll just have to trust me, I'm sorry. I know trusting people can be hard, but if you're not going to trust me, then you're not going to have much confidence in any of my videos, really. So yes, this nice little probe we have here. And that's just what it is. It is, in fact, just a probe. So, what are we going to do next? We have our communications relay in place. Is it time to go to the moon? I think it's time to practice docking, because if I go to the moon, I don't do just a simple mission. I want to do an Apollo style, or something similar. So I think, just like the Mercury space program, I'm pretty sure it was Mercury, we're going to actually practice doing some docking in orbit around Kerbal. The good thing with this series, I think, is that it provides an in-depth tutorial on how to do each mission. So, that's what we're going to do. Let's go to our space center and build some ships to dock together in orbit. And maybe we'll land them together or something. So our first ever command module to be used in this universe, in this space program. Perhaps we'll land them together? No, that wouldn't be safe, would it? Yes, I need to build in abort sequences, just in case anything goes wrong. So you're going to see a lot of safe building. I don't want to end this series so quickly. Right, we're having that there, and we are having... is that the right way up? We can test that, that's fine. And we want to have... I don't think it is. I think it is the other way. Okay, we'll try that. We'll test it, we'll be able to test it. We're going to make a launch tower so that our command module can be pulled away from the wreckage of an exploding ship, just in case anything goes wrong at launch. We're going to stack 5 like that. We'll put some struts to make it seem like an actual tower. Can we put these just where I want them? There we go. And put them down to the corners, like that. And we shall put an antenna on top. I keep on saying that wrong. It's really weird. There we go. Antenna just there. That's not particularly even, is it? OCD. Ah. Oh, it's because it's only 3. I swear I said that's 4. Huh. Anyway, 4 times. I just want it there. Thank you. Do it properly. There we go, more equal. Yes, we have our antenna, and we want our separators, our sepatrons, in order to actually lift this thing away in case there's any trouble. And we can actually tilt them towards it by holding shift to do the minute tilting, and drop this really far down. Like that. There we go, we now have an escape, a launch tower, and we'll build an abort sequence. What do we want next? Well, since we're just doing a test, just to see if it actually works, I'm just going to put this here, drag this all the way down, and clamp it to the ground. We don't want our crew going anywhere where they might die. We can actually, being safe. There we go. perfectly secure, I'm sure. We just want to test to see if the decoupler is the right way up, because we don't want to keep it with us. We want the entire launch tower, when it separates, to take it. So we want the boosters to fire at the same time as this. There we go. And we want them to happen straight away. And yes, we should be able to just test that. Don't need to save it. This guy's not going anywhere. Who is our test pilot? Of course, it's Jebediah Kerman. How could it not be? So we should be able to just launch, and it should carry the decoupler away. Yes, it did. Wonderful. I made the right decision. You can see the massive force that has. It's definitely capable of lifting away a command module from a wreckage. Okay, brilliant. Oh, if it lands on them. It won't land on them. Surely. Surely it won't. It can't. Of course it can't. Ah, Jeb. Don't die, Jeb. Please don't die. No, it didn't. Oh, wow. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that killed Jebediah Kerman? Okay. Right, back to the vehicle assembly building. Okay, so we have the launch tower sorted out. We'll sort out the staging for that later on. Oh, we actually need a docking port, don't we? In order to dock these ships. We shall dock them nose to nose, I think. Just do a junior, that's fine. There we go. Brilliant. Hopefully that's strong enough to actually withstand being held. I don't know, I guess we'll find out either way. Or should we be safe? I'm being too safe, I think. Right. We want... Yeah, that's plenty. Yes. We want RCS, because we're going to use the same ship twice. Just to be symmetrical. There we go. Right. Yes. Or maybe we won't. I don't know, we'll see. This is the first one we're going to launch at any rate. RCS thrusters, where are they? Right here. We shall put 4 of them on at the centre of mass. After we remove this, the centre of mass will be there. So we put that just on there. There we go. Yes. Yes, that's good. And next we want... how do we want to do this? I'll just make a standard rocket, I think. I think we can do this fairly easily. We shall have a tricoupler. We shall have just 1 and... no. 2 tanks. Or the size of 2 tanks. With those. And yeah. That should be enough once I add on some lateral tanks. There we go. Copy that away. And strut those 2. Or those 3. There we go. Those strutted, and we can put some decouplers on the sides. Those are the smallest ones. Like that. This should be a fairly worthy ship, certainly. Right, there we go. Why is that not working? Why on earth is that not working? Huh. Oh well, I guess we're doing it like this. Gotta be symmetrical. Right, that's okay, I guess. It's not usually how I do it, but fine, we'll go with it. Just strut these together to prevent any wobbling. Like so, and like so. And do the same for the bottom bit. Gotta be safe. There we go. And there we go. What else? What else? Strut the outside ones to the top. Do. Just put them up like this. I'm sure that'll be fine. There we go. It's pretty much symmetrical. Right, and I think, unless I'm very much mistaken, because I don't build these beforehand, you know, I build them on the fly and hope they work. That should be orbital capable. Well, it's definitely orbital capable, it just should be capable of docking and rendezvousing. Okay. If we can actually... No, it's clipping. Could put some rocket boosters on it, solid rocket boosters, but I think we have more than enough thrust and fuel. So the outside engines are going to be lifting us. We want them to attach at them to start up at the same time as the launch lamps, and then they all detach, and then the next engine start up. Hang on, yeah, those engines start up after that. Right, good, and then that detaches, and then at the same time as that detaching, I want to pull away this launch lamp, this tower, launch tower. There we go. 1, 2, and that, and our solid rocket boosters. There we go. Next engine starts, and we have parachutes and decoupler, which we shall put in the stage below. There we go. Right, so that's our ship. We need to do action groups still, but we can just name this for now. We'll just call it Orbital, caps locks. Orbital Rendezvous. No I in there. Rendezvous Mark 1. Orbital Rendezvous Mark 1. Very good. And action groups. We do want gimbaling to keep us pointing in the correct directions, that's fine. And we want to set up an abort sequence, which will be this decoupler firing, and these boosters firing to pull us away from the wreckage. Should there be one, of course. At the start I want to open up this antenna. And what else do I want to do? Nope, I think that's pretty much it. Yes, and just as a secondary emergency thing, we want to open this decoupler and these parachutes. Deploy parachutes. There we go. Right, very good. Save. And we're going to test the abort sequence and then do the flight. Launch. Ish. Now, this is hoping that I don't muck everything up. Or I haven't mucked anything up. Okay. We'll warp to its daytime, so I have a better eye on things. There we go. That's fine. And we're going to test the abort sequence in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Lift us away. And then detach and parachutes open. Takes a while. And parachutes open. Open. There we go. Alright, well at least the abort sequence definitely works. That's good. Okay. We can restart the flight and actually go for the mission. We're going to put Jebediah Kerman into a, let's say, 100-kilometer orbit. That should be absolutely fine. Okay. Come on, daytime. We need you. There we go, daytime. Let us launch in 3, 2, 1. Put the antenna up. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Very good. Everything seems stable. We're not getting any massive wobbling. No overheating. Very nice. Okay, so we'll just let them play its course. I'm not going to time it. Actually, yeah, you know what? Physics warp. That's okay. Yeah, 2 times speed is fine. Okay. See, this is the part of the commentary where Harvey doesn't have much to say, but that is starting to oscillate. Okay, back to 1 times speed. At least I know it's definitely going pretty fast. We should have loads of fuel left, actually. But we're probably going to be leaving this stage in orbit, aren't we? Man. Can you imagine if just real engineers just forgot, like they intended to leave things not there? But oh well. Right, carrying on. We are definitely speeding up. Okay, we can certainly start our roll. Or tilting over for our orbital insertion-ish. Okay, we should actually be able to tip over about halfway at this speed and altitude. Or just gone halfway. Very nice. Looks like a proper rocket with that, that launch tower and antenna, doesn't it? Okay, we have loads of acceleration from this. Man, this is very good. Okay, tip over a bit more. Right, what is our apoapsis? Okay, rising. We'll tip over entirely horizontal. There we go. Very nice. And we should be able to let these engines play their part. They should actually fall back. I think, yes, they will end up being deposited back on the ground. 100. There we go. That thing's still in orbit because physics doesn't run. Hopefully it'll just crash eventually. If not, we'll have to swap to it and time accelerate until it does. Sorry, it's just something I've got to do. Can't have random debris orbiting around. Okay, we have hardly any fuel left. Good. Shouldn't be enough to get us into orbit. Wait. Nope. I want to go back to my ship, damn it. There we go, and there we go. We can actually get rid of the launch tower now. We're out of the atmosphere. Launch tower... good. Hang on. I didn't set up a sequence to get rid of it, did I? No. Okay, wait. The decoupler there is that one. So if we do this, and fire, there we go. Sends that away. Boop! And it's a star. Brilliant. There we go. No more unnecessary weight. There we go, unless something catastrophic happens. No, I needed that. We are not under acceleration, sir. Why are you telling me you are? There we go. For some reason, having advanced SAS on often tells you you are under acceleration. Probably because it's trying to move the ship around to point it in one direction. Okay, pointing prograde, and we can burn. Don't want to get into orbit with this. And we are not going to. Separate and burn. There we go. Very nice. 100,000 meter apoapsis. Now we just need to get into a circular orbit. Yeah, that's staying with us nicely. Tip down a bit more. 40,000, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90... 97. Close. 98, 99, and 100,000. 101, 100. That's good enough, I'd say. Let's get into an equatorial orbit. 0.2 inclination, that's fine. Descending node is what we're coming up to, so we need to point north in preparation for that. Do. Okay, right. Time to accelerate round. Might be a good opportunity to get rid of that random debris. Maybe I should rename it. I reckon I should swap to it and rename it as Random Debris. Random Debris 1, because no doubt we're going to accumulate more random debris despite my best intentions. Okay, we're coming up to our node. And we can burn 0.2, 0.1 difference, and 0.0. There we go. Right, yes, let us... Yeah, we'll leave that as a ship icon, that's fine. Let me swap to the random debris and rename it. We're in the atmosphere, I don't get it. We should be air braking somewhat. Certainly. Maybe now I'm on it, it will actually realise. Oh well, can't bother to wait around. Do it later. We'll always do it later. Rename. Can I not rename? What, if there's not enough charge, I can't rename it? Ah, come on. Really? I don't think I can. No, I actually can't rename it if there's no charge. Doesn't make sense, because surely the name is logged by Kerbal Space Center, not by the ship itself. Oh, maybe it is. Who knows. If only we'd put some solar panels on it, then it would have been really easy just to deorbit this thing. It's almost painful just watching it go around. Oh well, okay. We can go to our space center and launch the same ship again and dock it nose to nose just to prove we can orbital rendezvous.